Alongside Javelina head baseball coach Jason Gonzales, I'm Mark and Sarah for Javelina Athletics. After, Coach, you guys get done with your Fall Blue and Gold World Series, I know you go into these series with certain things you want to see from your team, certain objectives you want to achieve. How happy are you with what you saw from your squad these few days?
Well, there was a lot of things we were pleased with. It's from a position player standpoint, from a hitter standpoint, there's some older guys there. So that's helped with our fall in terms of what we've had to teach and knowing the system. So I guess our biggest question mark is what we're going to do on the mound and how those guys were going to perform. And we saw some good things. We saw some things we needed to work on. As a head coach, you always leave an inter squad or a scrimmage game, never happy. One's always going to be whether it's pitching didn't do the job or the hitters didn't do the job. So, but all in all, it's been a good fall. We were pleased with what we saw. Obviously, there's still some things we got to work on and clean up, and so I don't leave here disappointed at all.
You mentioned pitching. You had Tyler Flores and Brandon Sessler and J.B. Meldy combined for a shutout on Wednesday. At a game today that was 4-0 after one inning and stayed 4-0 for the rest of the game. What were the things you saw your pitchers doing so well?
The biggest thing was they were throwing strikes. There's a lot of good guys on this team in terms of having good stuff, whether it's having 2 or 3 pitches, command of those. But our biggest, question mark was, are these guys going to continue to throw strikes? And we know what happens when they do, and we saw it the last 2 games. Those guys can be tough to hit. And so I think some of the problems that we were having earlier with some guys not throwing strikes is, obviously baseball's a rhythm game where you got to continue to do it day in and day out. And, there was a point in time where, we had to shut down and make sure everybody was negative and the whole deal. And that was right in the middle of the fall. So that always throws a little bit of a kink into the workload and the schedule. But again, if we can throw strikes, I like what we have an opportunity to do.
You look towards the spring and you're in a situation where you don't even have a schedule set. You're not even sure what a schedule might look like for you guys for the spring. But how do you put your team in a situation where they can be prepared for whatever comes their way, and hopefully, obviously, for a baseball season when spring rolls around?
Well, again, like I said, we've got some older guys. Cole has been here for 6 years. Alex Canoe has been here for 6 years. And then, you've got a lot of juniors that are, here on their 4th or 5th year. And so with all that experience, these guys have been through some tough times, and they've been through what we call pack training. And what that entails is in the fall, we put these guys in a lot of uncomfortable positions and uncomfortable situations. And so they are built to handle and overcome adversity. And I think last year having the season cut short right or canceled right in the middle, it gives these guys a newfound appreciation for it, meaning we're going to come out and practice every day like it could be our last. We're going to go into the season playing every game like it could be our last. And so one of the things we tell them all the time is if we can't control it, we don't worry about it. So we're going 100 miles an hour like we're going to play, and we're looking forward to it. And I think that's the only way you can approach it right now.
Well, Coach, we certainly hope we see you again in the spring. Thanks for the time.
Thank you for coming out here, Mark. We appreciate it.